What does syntax error, missing parentheses and call to print mean in Python? When I try to use a print statement in Python, it gives me this error. What does that mean?
The error message syntax error, missing parentheses and call to print occurs when you attempt to use Python 3 syntax with the Python 2 print statement. Example. In Python 3, the print statement was replaced with a print function, requiring parentheses around the value to be printed. Solution. In Python 3, the print statement was replaced with a print function, requiring parentheses around the value to be printed. In earlier versions of Python 3, the interpreter just reports a generic syntax error, without providing any useful hints as to what might be going wrong. As for why print became an ordinary function in Python 3, that didn't relate to the basic form of the statement, but rather to how you did more complicated things like printing multiple items to stare with a trailing space rather than ending the line. In Python 2. In Python 3. Starting with the Python 3.6.3 release in September 2017, some error messages related to the Python 2.x print syntax have been updated to recommend their Python 3.x counterparts. Since the missing parentheses and call to print case is a compile time syntax error and hence has access to the raw source code, it's able to include the full text on the rest of the line in the suggested replacement. However, it doesn't currently try to work out the appropriate quotes to place around that expression. That's not impossible, just sufficiently complicated that it hasn't been done. The type error raised for the right shift operator has also been customized. Since this error is raised when the code runs, rather than when it is compiled, it doesn't have access to the raw source code, and hence uses meta variables, and, in the suggested replacement expression instead of whatever the user actually typed. Unlike the syntax error case, it's straightforward to place quotes around the Python expression in the custom right shift error message.
There is a change in syntax from Python 2 to Python 3. In Python 2, will work, but in Python 3, use parentheses as. This is equivalent syntax to Scala and near to Java.
Unfortunately, the old XKCD comic isn't completely up to date anymore. Since Python 3.0 you have to write. And someone has still to write that anti-gravity library, sad face.
If your code should work in both Python 2 and 3, you can achieve this by loading this at the beginning of your program. Then you can print in the Python 3 way. If you want to print something without creating a new line, you can do this.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.